draw the short end of the stick.
There it is, yeah.
These are the LEC Week 1 Day 2 highlights featuring Team Vitality versus NAVI.
Right, here we are.
Both teams currently sit in second position in the league.
Continuing to cook.
I really like this draft from Navi, like keeping that Mbessa open as the flex, and then it was on a 5-minute timer for every dragon fight. But with the Ghost, it means you've actually still got access to chase a lot of these members down. So if you get headbutted away by Paris, you're still relevant.
Fleshy manages to connect, pushback, first blood. Fleshy takes it, not ideal, but getting the kill in mid lane. Perfect as Nako now going all in, uses the Ghost, running down Mainter, forcing
5 Miracle roster that nearly made it to Worlds, and they end up just barely missing out on one of their playoff games to make it. But it was like with Mole and PP God, and they were one of the players that a lot of people were honestly like, it's cool to see him back. Like he's just a very fun player to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's always tough when you have that single split to show the best. As we see the response engage in the mid lane. Humanoid just able to flash out in time as Rylix on the chase. The kill will get finished. Going over to the jungler of Navi. Trade of blows between both sides centered around this mid lane.
But Paris looks revitalized coming into this year, working with Rylix so well over the last 2 games. Like, we got to see the play already on that bottom side, and then just kind of the alley-oop doesn't quite work out, but still nets the kill, and now it's Navi on towards the Grubs. Lince is still sticking around.
That does. 1 for 1 on the Grubs now, so he was able to get 2. Hook is gonna catch out Mainter. Looks a little odd there for a second, but it did connect. Second Grub goes to the side of Vitality. The gold within touching distance, though. And so far, a pretty even game. The biggest on the way up. Always a difficult prospect to dive a Cassante, but
Rylix now very quickly using his abilities to get topside, though.
Done there. Pushback from Mainter is going to ult and go all out. So Flash traded for Flash. Rylix on the way up, as you highlighted. Red buff empowering him. Good initial burst damage. Follow-up is there from Mainter. The footwork to empower to keep the shield going, and it's Lince who walks too far forward. Navi, quick to, but he's plugging back in, folks. He did it. Confirmed. League officials have confirmed. We've resumed the game. The Drake has been taken, and I'm hearing now in my ear, keyboard still plugged in.
So it was actually the keyboard plug-in any percent. I didn't realize that was the category we're running.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You could donate to win this. No, I don't know.
Yeah. If you check out our you will notice in the bot lane, though, Iceborne Gauntlet completed. And immediately the top laner is winning for our Navi, but Humanoid.
Kind of Humanoid. Gliding his way out. Paris just continuing to chase Lince on the way to try and interrupt. Pushback only connecting on to Paris. That just means he's going to hit the auto anyway. The flick connects. Hobie takes the kill. That's pretty devastating for the side of Vitality. Is now on the bot side. Mainter. Missing the Pathmaker. It's a pretty long cooldown. Can go all out to reset it. Misses the Q3. Will go all out. And I think he just needs to walk this one off. But instead he wants to go right back in. Dashing through. Q3 not going to do much. Nako. Clean with the footwork.
Dodging all the Qs to make sure that he was able to win out on that one. It's a little something back for Vitality. But in the mid lane.
The Humanoid splitting on top side, though. So the side lanes for this Vitality lineup just continuing to find little advantages. Humanoid, despite going down in the previous play.
Navi, though, they've doubled up with both solo laners top, which is just giving their opportunity now for the bot lane to be taken by Nako.
And here we go. Way in. Flashback from Kobe. Good reaction speed. Lince's good backstep to get away from the seismic shove. But in the meantime, yeah, you're right. Nako the one who's winning. And that whole exchange just solo taking that tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah, because Navi have very much been in control for a lot of this game. But the fact now, well, it is answered mid, but
going to be dropped in the midst of the pit.
No Muramana completed for the Corki as well, so Kaza needs to get that finished.
Might have misclicked the Herald as he did hop in and then crash it into a wall. Initial catch out onto Fleshy. Nako not able to find the back line as the Chemtech Drake goes down. It looks like Navi do want to back away. Rylix flashing out instantly, but it's Lince straight in. Mainter trying to pull away. Low ticking health bar. Nako not able to do a damn thing. He's been isolated. He's been brought back up into the air. Finally, the elected is set to fall. Samdi free to do whatever he wants. Navi team fighting looking incredible. The flick hits onto Lince. He goes back in, stuns himself, and dies. That was incredible. I mean, the fact that Lince doesn't get that kill at the end either is wild.
I want to keep my eyes on Karzy in the middle of this fight, though. I think Hobie hits a flick onto him in the back of this because he suddenly ends up at the front. We get it just as it goes on. So the engage comes through. Lince tries to make a play, but watch here as Hobie, hits the stun.
Yeah, Xin Zhao is pretty devastating. It is really hard for Linces and Knock without a flank to play these fights. You can see Knock is likely complete the IE here on Samdi before the next big fight in the duration of this Baron. Maybe even a third item for Poby as he only has the combined cost left from that Leandries. Knock still furiously split pushing, and there is an objective bounty to be claimed, so this won't be a negligible amount of gold. However, I don't think it'll put a dent in the overall team difference, even if it does put him farther ahead individually. Sadly, he can't. Oh, no, he's going to stick around.
I mean, they have to do something, but...
Hook, flick back. This is not the play. Fleshy hoping to hold that tower. Humanoid can set up another one if he wants to, trying to catch Poby. Poby again, great reactions as Somni just goes in on Humanoid and pops him.
And now you got to TP back to try and defend parts of your base, but Navi, they're just going to be able to step away here. There's the Ghost.
Knocko.
You got to go.
Ghost.
You got to just go.
That back step was a little bit awkward. I think hoping for something flash forward. The wall from Poby! Oh, that was terrible! That was absolutely not the wall that they wanted! That...
You know...
Out of the woods quite yet.
Dragon's about to spawn as well. Chemtech's all available for Navi, so Vitality...
Turn caught Karzi. Karzi's immediately going to die. There's no way they stop this. Rylock already back into Humanoid. He's completely isolated. It's a disaster for Vitality. They're going to try to recover with the Kim, and Maynard catches him out on the way. You're not supposed to be allowed to have MS and Cassante on the same team, Rob.
It's a little disgusting. It's a little disgusting.
It's original Cassante and modern era Cassante at the same time. I didn't appreciate it until we saw it there, but that was... I'm a believer in the Ambessa jungle. Navi are demolishing Vitality players. That would have been it for me. I would have packed it up. SpongeBob meme, time to head out, surrender vote. Let's go to the next one. Vitality going to do their best to find a way back into this game.
And Mainter got to the right side of the wall.
They did get to the right side of the wall. Humanoid's dead. Picked off in a side lane. Old habits die hard, as it was.
But Opta's just like a cow in the way.
That would be really tough, yes. And there does seem to be a cow in the way. Linces found the cow. Cow still in the way. Baron 3K getting lower. Knocko not going to quite be able to get into the pit. Maybe hoping to find a fight, but he's just being publicly executed. His lane advantage deleted. It no longer matters. Mainter's still alive. Q3 manages to catch out Karzi, but they're taking out Ryla. Somebody finally coming over the wall, though. Karzi flash away from the empowered W, but the GA is there. The cooldowns, however, aren't. Karzi finally allowed to open up. Paris down. Triple for Karzi, hoping for more, but Somdi does not give a damn. Double for him, hoping to make it 3 as he and Poby remain standing.
Rebel Baron power play. They start to push on through.
Yeah, it feels like this should be the second to last nail in the coffin, most likely. Although, if someone on the side of Vitality missteps, it could just be the final. They want to break the base. They need to do it on this wave. That is the timer that they're on. But Fleshy wants to start a fight instead. Knocko instantly in the backline looking to lock up Somdi. Somdi in trouble now. Knocko finally putting the gold to good use. As Humanoid also doing a good job. Karzi locked up, knocked up. The ball damage coming in from Rylock, and it might be enough to turn the fight. Knocko finally found his way into the backline, but now they're finding their way onto him. Poby still standing. The Unraveled Earth, the flick back, a good buffer from Fleshy. But it does not matter. Navi holding on in that fight. A good effort from Vitality.
The wallets were too large. The Chemtech Dragon was too strong. The low health bars for Navi just could not be punished. It was a great attempt from Vitality, but unfortunately just was not enough in this game.
No, it was not. TP's coming in now as well. Because it feels like 2 top laners in the base. Rylock and Mainter finding their second win on this stage, backed up by Poby. Fantastic game from this team overall. Vitality maybe one last desperate hold, but I think after day 1, people have learned to just hit the Nexus. So they're taking their sweet time. Mainter's gonna die for it, but they will win in the end. Navi 2-0 in LEC versus.
And a well-earned hero for this squad as well.
With that victory, Navi move in the top spot in the LEC,
coming into LEC
and Vitality
versus
move into 6th position.
Bot lane